if we have a sorted array, what we can do better? We can, yeah, we do the searching. We can apply the binary searching. Yeah, we reduce the complexities like pragmatically, means from linear complexity on to log 2 of n. It is a big thing. Is there any like a thing that we can do with the sorted array that give us a better performance? Yeah, 5 max and 5 min, no? Great. Because yeah, without sorted array, we have to find max and min. We need to do the check for go through all elements. That will be on. Okay, if we have a sorted, the max and the min is a 1. Great. Okay, you know, again, if we have something is 1 is very good. Okay, and now as last time I mentioned, for the sorted array, we have many advantages over unsorted array for that reason. But the way we sort an array is not easy. Okay, it's quite complex in general. In this section, we try to what is it? Oh, sorry, I put it in the wrong slide. Sorry. It should be. Yeah. So in this object, this section, we try to do the sorting. Okay. So we try to show you the basic sorting algorithms like a purpose sort, selection sort, insertion sort. That is very basic. It is let's say the simplest sorting algorithms. Okay, and by simplest mean it is easy to understand, but the complexity is high. Okay, it's not good. Now, just by the way, do you know any other sorting algorithms other than these 3 basic ones? Do you know something else other than that? Any other sorting algorithms? No? Have you heard about quick sort? Yes? No? Yeah. Great. You know quite a lot luôn. Yeah. Great. Okay. So it should be easy for you maybe. Now, you see that there's many other sorting algorithms. The difference is the way they sort and the performance, of course. Okay. People have to invent many sorting algorithms because we want to improve the performance of the algorithms. Okay. And in this section, we try to tell you like show you the basic sorting algorithms and then try to compare the performance of this one. Okay. And so we have purpose sort, selection sort, insertion sort, and then we sort objects. Okay, we compare the sorting. So as you know, we need to sort the data because we want to get the lowest price, credit country, or something is mean the max and the min in O1. Okay, so O1, you know, O1 is totally different from ON. Okay, and we have yeah the preparation for the searching. Okay. Okay, so there are a lot of them. We look at the sample one first. Okay, so the meaning is that they're slow. Okay, but easy to understand. So that we can start with. There is one thing that you should remember: they have excellent performance in some situation. Means that For instance, if we have an array of 10 elements, okay, it's just very small arrays. We don't need to have a complicated things because the different there is not that much, but the complicated algorithms need to do many steps, so we waste something. Okay, so for a small array, normally people can use basic sorting algorithms. Okay, for big data set, then we can use the advanced sorting algorithms. Okay, and last one, a remark, as you should remember, is 3 sorting algorithms. That is one, all of them are O n square. Okay, means that the complexity of 3 algorithms are the same. Okay, then my question for you now is, if they have the same complexities, okay, does it mean that if we need to sort, say, any array, it could be big, we can take one of them, like a buffer sort, select sort, insert sort. We don't need to select anything because all of them have the same complexities. We don't need to care about the performance then. Is it correct that way? Is it correct that's yeah, what I should say? So can you clarify a bit, Wong? What you mentioned about execution time? Yeah, it's good, Wong. But everyone else, do you know the difference? For the complexities, do you remember how we compute, how we analyze the complexities? That would be the number of steps we have to do. In the worst case, yes, that's it. Yeah. In the worst case, the same complexities. Okay, and then for the performance in terms of running time or real execution time, it could be different. Okay, so then we may care about the average running time. Okay, so of course in these algorithms, the basic algorithms, some algorithms are better than the others. Okay, means that even though they have the same complexities, but the execution time is different. Okay, and we will see in one of our lab section we try to do it. Okay, but anyways, that the situation. Okay, yeah, you should notice that. You should remember that complexity in the worst case. Okay, but in your execution time it may difference. Okay, great, thank you everyone. So then in order to sort, what should we do? Let's say I want to sort these players in increasing height. How can we do it? Can you suggest one solution? Hello. That is. Hello. Any idea? No. Nothing at all. Really? Yeah, let's do it. Tell us like how you do the sorting. Yeah, that the way to go, Thiên Bảo. Yes. Yeah, compare this one. Yep. And then what? So we compare, and then what to do next? And swap. Okay. If this one is smaller than this one, I swap this position. Yeah. And then we move to the second pair. Let's say this one, the second will be this guy and this guy. So if this on the left is smaller than the one, that bigger than the one in the right, so we swap. Otherwise, keep like that. So the same. So we have this guy and this guy, and so we swap again and again. Okay. So finally, we can move one item to the last one. So if they will this is the idea for this sample sorting algorithms. Okay, so we compare two items and we do the swap, or could be one of the others, and then we, by just doing two operations like that, compare and swap, that is the basic operations that we need to do. Finally, we based on algorithms, we can make the algorithms in the sorted position. Okay, there is one big thing that you need to remember. This one means that this sorting algorithm don't need additional space. That is very important. Let's say I have a warehouse. Let's say we have a warehouse of 1,000 items there. They need a very big space, 1,000 meters square, whatever you have. Okay, and then you want to sort the item in warehouse. If you need additional space, means like the one that we delete objects from duplication rate. Say you need me to allocate another warehouse of 1,000 meters square for you in order to sort things. So that is a big other thing. Okay. So let's say in your hard drive, you have 1 gigabyte of data. Oh, so let's say you have 100 gigabyte for your hard drive. And then you want to sort items in your hard drive. And if you need additional space, means that if you reach 50% of your hard drive, you cannot sort object anymore. Okay, you see the difference. So whether or not we need an additional space, they could be a problem in some situation like that. Okay, so these basic sorting algorithm don't need additional space for the sorting. That is quite important. Okay, so remember that. And now buffer sort. Okay, buffer sort. What we have is we know that it is very slow. Okay, for sure. The idea, we have compared two items first. Okay, and then let's start from the leftmost. Then if the first one is larger than the second one, we swap them. Okay, and move to the next pair, and so on. Okay, and at the end, what we try to do is we can bring the largest item to the last position for the first iteration. That is what we have. Okay, So that is why people name it purple socks. If you did the first time you hear about this algorithm, so the purple sock means that they will bring some big item to the last position. Now I will try to run this one up. Okay, I will show you to show you this like in visually to just visualize the way that. Okay, now have a look at this. Can you see the screen? Got it. Okay, place, you see? Now, the sock is in quite opposite direction, but you see, they bring the smallest item to the top. Now, do it again. Now, break, thing. Okay, so that idea is that they bring things up. So that is the idea what purple socks. So, okay, reverse order, you see, thing. Okay, one by one. We bring the objects to the corresponding position. Okay, and this one. Okay, right? Okay, so that is the purpose of it. You see, and then where are my slides? Okay. Okay, and then so now I try to okay, now I want to ask you to do it manually with the sorting. So I will start first. Okay, so I will start first, and then you do it manually just to see how we can do it. Okay, now let's say I will start with my numbers in the screen. That will be like this. Up. Oh, I don't want, no. Okay. Wait, what? I don't know. Sorry, just it's quite boring. Oh. Okay, it's better now. So now let's say I have some of my value. I have 89, 6, no, this one, 40, 42, 10, 1. I can do it like this. Okay. So now socks. I will start with the two first number. Huh? Okay. So because this one is bigger than the fifth, so we swap it. So we have this one and this one. Okay. And now we do the second pair. We start to compare this one and this one. Okay. And what we got is we swap again, and we have this one. Okay. And then you see compare with this and this, and we compare again. We have this and this. We have this. Okay, we swap. We continuously swap it because we compare and swap. What we got is this one. Okay, so you see, this is the end, and this is our last steps. What you can see is that my number, my biggest number, is moving from the first position to the last position. Okay, and I'm done with that. So we finished this first iteration. Okay, as a result, you may want to, and you may want to repeat it just for the next step. So we have this one, 20. Okay, so next step, what we should do, so we continue with this pair and do it again. So we swap it now. Okay, so everyone, just to get you familiar with the algorithms, if you know it already, so just do it again, or if it's new for you, just do it. Okay, so please continue to do it until you sort the whole array. Okay, everyone, let's do it, please. Okay, right? So like when you finish, okay? Great, thank you. The others, please react to let me know, you know. So I spend some time to wait for you. Okay, so it's good. Thank you. So we have 60 of you. Please try to finish it. Okay. Okay, it's great. So I think like can I continue? Okay. So now you somehow make sense. Know like a step by step how it move, and you now see like what does it mean by it's low. So you do quite a lot of operation, no? We swap, compare, swap, compare, and swap. It takes a lot of operation. And in the worst case, if we have like 8, 2, 4, 6, 8 objects, items, in the worst case that we have to do like this, 8 power 2 mean 64 steps in order to finish the sorting. Okay. So there is complexity in the worst case mean like that. Now the question for you is here we see that after the first pass, do you agree that we have n-1 comparison? Anyway, we have to compare. We compare first one and then we move to the next one. We do it n-1 time for the first iteration. Okay, and the number of swap we have is from 1 to n-1 swap. Okay, so can you tell me in which situation that we have to swap it n-10, n-1 time? When? In which situation that we have to swap n-1 time in the first pass and in first iteration through the array? When? No, to clarify, Vân and Bảo is just, yeah, it should be the biggest number is the one in the list. It means on the one in the left. Okay. So we had to swap n-1 time. We had to swap n-1 time. If the biggest item are on the left, so we have to go through to compare, and every time we just move it to the right, one more slot, and then again and again we have to swap every time, like the one that we have in the example. Okay, and then in which situation we have 0 swapping? The list is sorted. Do you agree, everyone? Yeah. Yeah, in that situation. Because otherwise, in the middle, we just have to compare and then swap. Not the first pair, but the second pair. No. Okay, great. Okay. Yep. And then you see, we do it. And then what we know, what we have here in this one. Next time, when we do this, the process again, we don't need to check for the last entry, no? Because we're not in the right position. And we stop the comparison of, let's say, this one. After we have, no, in my work file, okay, here, we know that, move it around, please go around. Here we have 89 in the socket, in the position. Okay. Next time we do the second iteration, we don't need to check. We don't need to compare one with the number here with 89. No reason, because they in socket position. Okay. So that is the thing. Okay. And in an algorithms, in any algorithms, people have one notion. We call it invariant. Okay, invariant is something is will be true. Okay, during your execution. Okay, in this case, the invariant is, what is the invariance? I mean, what will be true after each iteration of the purpose sort algorithm? What we have as the invariant. It's been what we know for sure, and that will be correct after each iteration of our system, of our algorithm. What we will have as the final result. What we will have? After each iteration, what we have is let's say for the first iteration, we have 89 at the last position. And after the second position, so what we have is that for the first iteration, we have the largest item will be in the sorted position. Okay. In the second iteration, or second pass through array, we have the second largest items will be in the correct position. Okay. In the third iteration, what we have is the third biggest, largest item in the third last position, or in the sorted position, what we say. Okay, means that after each iteration, we have one more item to the sorted position. Okay, means that if we have array of n elements, so we have to do it roughly n times, because each time we move one item to biggest item to the correct position. So we will do it n times. So we have all of the elements will be in the sorted position. Then we have the sorted array. Okay. So what we say is that we analyze on that one. What we say is we try to prove that our algorithm is correct. Okay. Means that after each iteration we have what? And then finally we have this one. Okay. Is it clear? Though, after you know that, look at the algorithm and you see why people do it. So we have here what we call the outer loop. No, what we do is we do n minus 1 to n to 1. This means we loop n minus 1 time. Because if we have one element, we don't need to sort them anymore. Okay. So if we sort n minus 1 element, then we have the array in the sorted or ascending order. Okay. And then for each step like that, in the loop we do what we just did. Is that we start from 0 from the left. We do it until we smaller than the owl. Remember this one? The owl is start from the last element. Okay. And for the let's say we have an array like this one. For the first iteration of the outer loop, so we try to fill the largest item to the number of element minus 1 is in the last position. For the second time, we do the for loop, so it will be n minus 2. Okay. For second iteration here, we try to show find the biggest, the second largest item to the second last position. Okay. And you see that in the comparison, we just do from the 0 to this position only. We don't need to, or like from here to here only. We don't need to consider the sorted item. Okay, that is what we try to do. Okay, so look at the algorithms. Does it make sense? Is there anything that you need to ask to clarify? Everyone, look at this. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yep. Okay. Is it clear, the algorithm, everyone? Of course, that it quite different from what you usually do in the C++ programming. You have n for loop, I equal to 0, I less than n, and j from 0, j less than n. Then you do the swapping and comparison. Okay. In this algorithm, they do precisely what we want to do. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Hello. Any question? I'm good. Yep. Great. The others. So you have to tell me now. Otherwise, you don't have any question. So now, time. Yep. Time to do some task. First task. Rewrite the algorithms so that you can do the sort from the right to the left. You know, from here, we start from the left to the right, no? So we start from the left to the right, okay? Now I want you to do the sorting from the right to the left. Means we compare the objects from the right and we do it, put it in the left. Is it clear? Now it's time for in-class exercise. Please do it. And again, like when you finish. I know it takes you some time, but you know this is algorithms course, means that you have to practice. Okay. Great. What a speed. It's good. Okay. Okay. So what is your solution? Can you share some with you, please? What is the solution? How can we do it? So we. What should we do? Everyone, please share. So the idea is we try to modify our invariant somehow. So we try to put the smallest item to the no, if you just do it, it's not correct. It, we should modify more than that. Okay, because if we just compare in the opposite direction, but the way we do the for loop is still in that way, you know. So we still go to from the left to the right, you know. We move object, and if you make it smaller or bigger, is not enough. What we want, check the solution of quên. What we do, quên, did you do the same thing, quên? No, I'm not asking you to sort it in the decreasing order. No, I just want you to move things. I still want you to make the object as increasing order. Okay, but the way that we move objects is from the right to the left. Okay. Yeah. What we get is 2. So we start where and it seems to be correct. I will check again. Where and no is great. So we start from A0, means that we try to set the thing that we want to put the object to the first position. Okay, until we have the last element. Okay, then we do the scanning or the integration from the right. It's been from the n-1 up into A. Yeah. Okay, and if these the objects in the current position is smaller than the objects in the previous position. Okay, the object on the right, if they are smaller than the object on the left, then we move it, we swap it. Okay, so the solution of when is good. Thank you. Okay. And what we have here, Luận try to just again make it a land, but I'm not sure that the way you do is correct, Luận. The way you do is something different. In your solution, when you check a out is the outer loop, and you compare it like with the in. It's not the way we want. Yes, and the solution of Hữu Sĩ and Quế Anh are the same. Okay, so everyone, that is one of the exercises that I really want you to imagine and to work on. Okay, and of course we have many others exercises that you should do at home. So I want you to sort the array in descending order. Let's say, and use 2 forward loop. It means it should be from 0 to n-1, and the second one is 0 from n-1 or something. Okay. So there's 2 other exercise. Please do it at home. Okay. And everyone else, if you still have any problem with this one, so you can always ask question. Okay. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? As a solution. Okay. Then now what we try to do is I will try to see after we do the bubble sort manually and then implement it. We see that we have fewer comparison after each pass is iteration. Means the above item we have to do is smaller and smaller. Okay, but in general you see that to be precise, the numbers will be n-1 and plus n-2 and so forth into n-1. So we have formula for that. Now see n multiplied by n-1 divided by 2. Okay, so this is the number of operations we have to do. But anyway, just for the complexity, that what we try to do is say n squared for the operation if n is big enough. Okay. So we have n square divided by 2 as number of comparison. Okay. To be precise, and we have swap. Of course, we have fewer swap than number of comparison because some comparison does not result in a swap that we know. Okay. Let's say in general we have swap half of the time, so we have n square divided by 4. Let's say. Okay. So in the worst case, of course, we have on comparison, we have on swap. Which case is the worst case again, please? Which one? which is the worst case for this sorting algorithms? That will be, that is when the input is yeah, it's been in the opposite direction, in the reverse order. Say if we have in increasing order and then we have it in the opposite direction. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. So in overall, you see that the scrap and comparison is proportional to n squared. That is what we can conclude as complexities. Okay. So what we say complexity of bubble sort is n squared for that reason. Okay. Rather slow means that we have it. So or in just without knowing detail the operation for each algorithms, what people can check to guess or to determine the complexity is just say we have two nested loop and these two loop is related to n. So we have complexity n squared because we have nested loop. Okay. Okay. So yeah, means for the outer loop we perform it n time, and for each time like that we have to perform n comparison and swapping maybe. So in general we have n squared step. That is the algorithms. Okay, so now that's it for bubble sort. We have this just to sum up question. The bubble sort algorithms alternate between what? What is the answer? So yes, that is A. And what is the difference between swapping and copying? Can you tell me the difference between swapping and copying? What is it? What is the difference? Yeah, thank you. What is swapping and what is copying? Is there any difference? Copy, let's say in all of your algorithm, you see the swapping, what we do normally is to do we need to use just one space, just one extra space, but it's minor, it's one. But this thing is we have to perform it 3 steps. No, we have to store the value to the temporary variable, and then we assign the new value, and then we copy from temporary value back to the one that you copy. So we have 3 steps for the swapping. Okay, of course people can do it smartly, smarter with the addition operation, but let's keep it for a moment. You see that the swapping take a bit more operation than copying. It's been 3 versus 1. Okay, swap we make 3 steps. Copy which is 1 step. Okay, yep. And now that's it. Now just one question for you before we have break. Now from the purpose of algorithms, if you want to improve it, do you have any suggestion from what you did? Do you have any observation? What can you see? So now we want to improve it. What can we do? How can we do it better? Any idea? Okay, so let's think about that. Okay, let's do a 15-minute break now. So we'll be back with that idea. Okay, everyone. Hmm? Okay, so let's take a 15-minute break. Okay, see you then. Think about the question. Okay. Yeah, we will discuss about your answer, Hiếu. Okay. Okay. So hello, welcome back. Okay. Okay. So thank you. So now everyone, so what we want? Can you tell me what we can improve for purpose of algorithms? Hugh mentioned that if there is no swap in interaction, we assume that already sorted. Yep, that could be one, like early stopping signal means if we have no swap at all, we can stop. Yep. Okay. But in general, we want to make some like bigger improvement, not only like this improvement for one single special case is that it is sorted already. Okay. Yeah, here is just we have one situation that we can improve. In your case, your suggestion is good. If the array is sorted, we can stop earlier. Yeah, it's good. But in general, is there any other thing that we can improve? Any other things? No. Think about this one. When we do it, when we do the manual comparison, the step-by-step checking, let's say this one. Okay, I say this one. What can you see from there is that, do you agree that now our invariance means that what we want is just we want to move we want to move our biggest number, this number, to the sorted position, and we know that the biggest number will be in the last position. So the goal is to put the biggest number to the last position. This is the goal. Okay, and here how we achieve it, we compare one by one. Compare and swap, compare and swap. Okay, so we have to do n-1 comparison, and we have to do n-1 swap. Okay. Now, if we think about invariant again, do you agree that we can do it better by just find the max, and instead of making many swap like this, I just move my biggest number to the last position. Boom, that's it. I don't need to swap in the middle. Do you agree? Is it a way? See? Because anyway, we want to bring the biggest number to the last position. In the intermediate step, we need to do many swap for no reason. Okay, so that is the algorithm for the next sorting algorithms. What we have is selection sort. Selection sort based on that observation. See, the idea is we make a fewer swap with the same comparison. Okay, we move the number swap to n, from n square to n. Okay, so we do big data set, we reduce the swapping time. Okay, because reduce the swapping time is important, more important than comparison time, because comparison takes you nothing. Swapping make ask you to copy 3 times. Okay, so now what happened? We start from the first element. We scan all of the elements in the array to find the biggest value, and then swap it with the last element. That's it. A swap with the first element is another way. But anyway, we don't need to swap many times. We just go through the array to find the biggest guy, pick it, put it in the last position. That's it. Okay. So now I have a look at this one to see the selection sort. Okay. In action. Now selection sort. Tick. We find the smallest, put it there. 5, put it there. 5, put it there. Okay. See? So we don't need to do many swap in the middle. Pick, 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 pick. Okay. So we do the same number of iteration, same number of comparison, but we do number swap. Got it? Okay. So you see, get the idea of the selection sort? It's quite simple to explain now. Is it clear, everyone? And then you see, for all of the iteration, we have n comparison. But we have only one swap. Okay. So after each iteration, we have the same kind of what? Some kind of invariance that we want. The one more item in the sorted order. Okay. So that's what we want. Okay, got it? Okay, so now let's check the implementation. Okay, you see, of course, the code is a bit more complex. Okay, but for the performance, it's better. Okay, try to read it. Okay, you see, is there any special thing that you have to notice here? You have to note, you have to check here. Is that? We start from 1 to n minus 1 is the number of items we have to sort. Okay. And then what we do is we try to do things like this. Try to find the max and the min. Okay. And then we swap. And my question for you is here. This word, out. Why should we start from out plus 1? Is it possible to start from 1 or from 0? Is it possible to start from 0? Everyone? Why we should start from out plus 1? It's very detailed, we call it subtlety. But the thing is, I will say we must do it. Now, let's say you say that it's not necessary, means that if I start from 0, it's still possible, no? You mean that I start from out plus 1 just to make it better, okay? But what I say is that if we start from 0, the algorithm is not correct anymore. Do you agree on that? What's wrong with that? I say that if we start from 0, we cannot sort the array anymore. Do you agree? And check on that, please. Can you explain me why, if I start from 0, thing will be the algorithm will not correct anymore? Why? Because we try to find a mean. Yeah, sorted, but and what happened? Long. If it's sorted, what happened? Let's say I have some random array. after the first iteration. Of course, we compare, we say min equal out is the first 0 here, okay? And we no. The thing will be detailed like this one. I have some number here, I don't know what. But for the first iteration, my min, let's say my min is here. Let's say my min is -1. This is my min. Okay? And after the sorting, I will swap out, it means 0 with min. So it is -1. Here. Okay? And it is the minimum. I swap with this something, I don't know. Okay, but it's not the min. Okay? And next then, if I start from in equal 1 or 0, okay? And I compare in with the min. And you know that last time -1 is the smallest number in my array. And for the next iteration, if you start from 0, from the first position again, of course this is the min, no? And you cannot find the second smallest number, because the first one is smallest already. And if you start from that number again, so you will get this number again, because it's in the min. The smallest number of my array, of course. Okay? So let's say I put it in real number. Let's say I have here like a 10, 8, 5, and 9. Okay? After the first iteration, do you agree that we have 5 here? And 8 here, and I swap 10 with 5 because this is the first position. Okay? I have 10 here. 9. Okay? Let's say I put something more like 6 here. Just makes sense. Okay? So after the first iteration, I have it. I know that this is the min for the first iteration. For the next iteration, if I start from 0, what I can find as the min is 5 again in this number, because it's the min of the array. Okay, but we don't want to do it. We want to find the second largest number, second smallest number. Okay, so we start from here. Somehow like we ignore 5 from our array, we start from here. And then we try to find the min. We start from 8, we compare, and finally we find 6 and the min of the new array, let's say. Virtually is the new array, or the second largest. So we swap 6 here, okay, and 8 here. Okay, you see? Got it, everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear? Yeah. That is very important. You see, in the coding, just one small thing that can totally destroy your algorithms. Okay, this is very, very important. And as the software engineer, developers later on, we have to go into detail, very detailed like that. Okay, it's quite small. People can easily ignore this kind of thing, but totally different algorithm. Of course, incorrect algorithm for sure. Yeah, I hope that now you get some, you get it. Okay. Yeah, again, you see, of course, it is O(n) square for the sorting algorithms, because it's for each iteration, for n element, for each element we have to go through n operation. It means n minus 1 comparison. So somehow we have 2 for loop, okay, for the same. Okay, so we have n square as a number of comparison. You see the worst scenarios where we have to square to compare many things. But we have the same number of comparison, n square divided by 2. and the fewer number swap, we reduce from n square to n. Okay, then for the complexity, they are the same, both buffer sorts and selection sorts, but for the selection sorts, it is faster for sure, because we do less number of swapping. Okay, a lot. If we have array of 10 elements, then we have to do 10 swap. Last time we have to do around 100 swap, but 100 divided by 4, but anyway, okay, we have a lot more than that. You see, that is why two algorithms have the same complexity, but the running time or execution time of these algorithms are totally different. Okay, different in general. Okay, yeah, that's it for the selection sort. Please try to answer this question. What is it? What is the answer? Answer is yeah, it's B. Okay, because the others is not correct in this the way they organize up the data. Okay, it B. Is the minimum key repeatedly discovered? Okay, okay. The others, do you agree? It's been every time we try to find a min. For each iteration, we find a min again and again. Okay. So do you want to play a bit with the code? You want to have exercise with the code? Yes or no? Hello. Want to play with the code again? So let's do it. Okay. So have you to practice. Okay. So now, again, I want to challenge you somehow. Just change the way that we do things. Okay. So we have an array like this. I need you to sort the array in a descending order. This means the array should be from this way, okay, and sort it from the left to the right. Okay. Please re-implement the function. Sort the array from the left to the right in the descending order. So like when you finish, okay, I will type the message. And after like 15 of you finish it, I'll share the solution and we discuss, okay? Okay, thank you Luân. So what we should do, everyone? So what we have here, if you want to sort it in descending order from the right to the left, means that we want to find the min, no? This one is the min. And put it in the last position. Descending order, the min, the smallest number will be on the left, the rightmost position. Okay? Then what? Then what should we do? So instead of starting from 0, we start from n minus 1. No? And up to, if r bigger than what? Then 0. Okay? We stop when it is 1. Okay? And we do minus minus. What we do, we try to find the min. Okay? But we start from what? From here. We start from 0 to n in less than r minus 1. Oh no, just less than r is enough. Okay. We don't want to work with r. Is it clear, everyone? Hello, this is a solution. So we try to start from here up to this position. Okay, the last number we don't need to compare. Maybe. Then we try to do find min from this one. I start to scan up here. I find the min and put it in the last position. For the next iteration, we start from virtually my smaller array from here. Okay, I try to find the item, put it here, and what I can compare, I compare from 0 up to r. Okay, without checking this one, without checking this last number. This means what? n minus 2. Okay. So everyone, is it clear? Any question on this? And the one that you have finished, do you have the same solution? Yeah, same solution. Okay, okay. Okay. Can we move to the next sorting algorithm? Yes or no? Can we move to the next sorting algorithm? Everyone, can we move to the next sorting algorithm? Okay, okay, great. So please tell me, everyone. It's better than that. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Move. Only 2 of you, 3, 5 you, 5 over 60. So the others, please tell me what happened. Okay. The others, please. Okay. Thank you. Move on. Okay, now we move to the insertion sort. This algorithm is try to improve the sorting algorithm a bit. Okay. This is the ON square algorithm. Okay, the same complexities. But they say that on average, when we measure the running time of the insertion sort, it is 2 times faster than the bubble sort. And it's somehow faster than the selection sorts in most of the situation. So you see, this algorithm is quite let's say it is the best among the 3 simplest algorithms. Okay. Of course, if we want to get like better performance, we have to handle things smarter. Means our code is a bit more complex than the others. Okay. And of course, people will use it to finalize some different sorting algorithms like quick sort or the complicated, so sophisticated sorting algorithms. Okay. Now, be ready. The insertion sorts. The idea of the insertion sorts is quite special. They will consider our sorting algorithms, our array, as 2 parts. The first part we call it sorted. Okay, we virtually say this is sorted. Okay, and the idea is we try to say, hey, I have this guy as the new elements of the array. I want to insert this item to the sorted array. Okay, because they observe that if we have something is sorted, we want to move this guy to the correct position. We normally don't have to go through the whole array like that way because it's sorted. There's likely the chance that we need to, on average, we just need to go through half of the sorted array here and find the correct position for this guy. Maybe this guy, we put it here. Okay, means that we don't have to move around a lot. We don't have to compare to all of the elements. Okay, we just compare some of them. Okay, that is the idea. The idea is we have virtually divide our array into 2 parts, sorted and unsorted, and we try to put one element one by one from the unsorted parts to partially sorted array. That is the idea. Okay. So we have like we have three things. So partially sorted is this part. Mark is the one that we want to insert, and then in unsorted item. Okay. So the idea is that here, that guy, we will remove it, and then we do the shifting. We try to shift this guy here, here, here. Okay. Until we find the corresponding place, and then we put it there. So we put it there. And after that, you see that we have one longer subarray that is sorted. So this is our invariant. It means every time, for every iteration, we have one more item in the sorted. Not really sorted. We have like the size, the length of partially sorted array increased by 1 after each iteration. And after n iteration, we have the whole array as the sorted array. That is the invariant for the session sort. Okay. Now, let's try to see it first. Okay. And then we try to see how to run it. Sorry, what was my order? What we have here? Okay, let's see. See, the number of interaction in the middle is like just inside that part. Let's do it again. See, try to go through them one by one. We don't need to go through the whole array every time. For the previous algorithm, we have to go through the whole array every time. Now we just do just a small part. Okay, this one, this one, of course, just don't need to go through whole array every time. Okay, of course, this one. Okay, see, it's just one. Now I want to play with this algorithm again. Okay, can I keep my? Okay, for this guy, this guy. Okay, let's say this is my array. So at the beginning, we say I consider this one is they have one element only. Okay, we don't need to sort anything. Just give it like that. My task is to try to insert this guy into this array. Just compare between these two numbers, and I will say I will store this 58 somewhere, and I will do the copy and put it there. Okay, and then compare, and then next time I will put it, copy it there. Maybe the algorithm in detail. So finally we do this. Okay, now we have this one. Next, we try to insert this 29 into this array. So what we do? So we at the beginning we said we go from there. We move 29 somewhere. We copy it here. We check whether or not this is bigger. No, this is no. So we copy this here, and now the end of the array is mean the beginning. So we have this one. Okay, now we have sorted. So we try to move 40. So again, we put 40 somewhere. We first step we copy. It means we copy. We not do the shifting. We do just copy 89 to this one, and then we say we check 58 with 40. 58 still bigger than 40. We copy 58 here. Okay, and then we compare 29 with 40. 29 is smaller than 40, means 40 is here. We copy 40 here. That's it. Okay. So again, we do it 12. So we do the same thing. And then 12 here, we copy it here because 89 bigger than 12. Then we consider this lot. We copy. Okay. Because bigger, copy. And then copy. And then we put it here. Okay. So we have here again. We try to compare 42 with this number. It is bigger, then put it here. And so we have 42, bigger than, still bigger than here. So 40 is smaller than 42, means that this position is for 42, and so forth. Okay? So you got the idea for the algorithms. Okay? So now what I want you to do it manually first, okay? And I will give you some numbers, and let's try to do it manually before we do the real algorithm. Okay. So now let's do it like this. I just say we have some. I will put it random. Okay, everyone, just do it with this one. So please do it manually for the insertion sort. Okay, with the idea I briefly tell you. Okay, we try to insert the objects from the just divide the array into two parts. Okay, what we say inserted. Inserted and then marked, and then this one. Okay, everyone, please do it and like when you finish. Okay. Just to make sense, to feel, or to experiment the insertion sort on your own. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so if you yeah, if you finish with the manual sorting, try to have a look at the algorithms. The others, if you when you finish, please like the message, no, to let me know. Okay. Okay. So what we do is that now look at the insertion sorts. Okay, insertion sorts. You see that we have these algorithms. We start from R1. Okay, then we have R to n elements. This means we not start from 0 because 0 is one element. Okay. We start there. We try to insert the second element to the already sorted array with one element in the beginning at the 0 position. And then what we do, y in bigger than 0, and this one is bigger than the number that we want to insert, means that we are not reaching the first position of the array, and the value there is still bigger than my number. Okay, then I just copy it. The current in equal the in minus 1. It means we copy the one from the left to the current position, and then we move to the next thing on the left. Okay, and then finally, if we finish this loop, means that we found something that is smaller than my number. Okay, on increasing array like this. If I have something that is smaller than my number, then I know that before that this guy is bigger than my number, so I know that I will insert here. Okay, that is the right position for my number. Okay, and otherwise, if it reach this position, means the index that we go through is 0, means we reach the first element. Know that our element is the smallest value in that array. No? Then we can just put it there in A0. Okay, and that's it. Now, my question for you. Is it possible to run this algorithm to sort array in the descending order? Can we use this? It means, can we modify the insertion sort? Can we use the insertion sort principle? Is the way we organize things to sort things in descending order? Yes or no first? Yes or no? Can we use this algorithm to sort the array in descending order? The answer should be yes. Of course, we need to update the algorithms, but it should be yes, no? For sure. And then, first question on this is how? Where should we modify? Let's say put it 1, 2, yeah. Where you want to modify? The for loop or the while loop, or where? Which condition? Where should we modify in order to sort the array in the descending order? Where should we do it? Here? What does it mean? It means if we have one element here, and now if the element is smaller or equal to my element, so let's say it will be in descending order part of them. Now I have my element here. Okay, here if this number is smaller than my number, I copy it here. It's smaller, copy it here until I find some guy that bigger than me. This guy is bigger than my number. I know that I should stop and insert it here. So that's it. Luận and Thông, thank you. Okay. Everyone else, do you agree? Thank you. Great. Now, my second question. Assume that we will work with descending or descending order, whatever. But let's keep it originally. We want to sort the array in the ascending order. Is it possible to sort them from here to make this partially sorted in this part. It means, let's say originally we sort from the left to the right, no? The array that is in the increasing order is increased step by step from the left to the right. It means we get longer and longer array in sorted order until we reach the end here. Now, is it possible to do it in the opposite direction? It means, does the insertion sort work that way? Means we want to sort it from we want to have this one is sorted order, and this one could be, I would say, in this is sorted order, and this is not in good format, and we want to put it one by one to thing here to this one. Is it possible to organize the algorithm that we can sort it from the right to the left? Is it possible? Yeah, it should be yes. Okay, and this is the homework I want you to do. Okay, please at home try this kind of thing. Okay, this is your homework. Try to modify the insertion sort algorithm so that it can sort things from the right to the left. This is just the way to practice and play with algorithms. Okay, homework. Okay, yeah, that is my question. Otherwise, that okay, we can think. Yeah, we can start from 1, but it's not a big deal. Okay, the out is the leftmost unsorted items. The item is still O(n) square. Okay, yeah, do it manually like this. Now the efficiency. So for the first iteration, the maximum number of comparison is 1. No, because the first iteration we have just insert one item to an array of one element. We have to compare one time. For the second time, we have 2. And up to we have max n minus 1 comparison. Again, it's different from the purpose sort and selection sort that for every iteration we have to compare all of the remaining item. But now we have the max at max, because we leverage the thing that we have something in sorted order. We don't, if we try to insert the number there, if we want to insert something here, so we know that if we have something that is smaller than my number, I don't need to compare anything here on the left part here, because all of them were smaller than me. Then I know that this is my correct position. I should put it here. Okay, so you see that we try to optimize the algorithms on the way that we know they are in order. Okay, would help us to save some comparison, that kind of thing. Okay, so at max we have n minus 1 comparison, means that my value here is the smallest value, and you have to compare all of them from this moment, this position, to the first element. Okay, that is the worst case. Okay, but anyway, that is max. Okay, and then in general we have n, this one, n squared. Okay, but on average we have, people say half of the time we have to go through all of them, half of the time we don't need to do that much. We have this one, and so that we have the number of comparison. Okay, and now think about the number of copy. Okay, we have a lot of copy, but the copy is not time consuming swapping. Okay, do you agree that swapping means we did do 3 operations? Now we do the copy. When we save the number operation, we just make 1 copy. It's better than one swap. Okay, so general people say compare and measure that the purpose of that insertion data will be 2 times faster than purpose socks and faster than selection sort for this analysis in general. Okay, of course the running time is still n squared, and if the data is nearly sorted, it's very good because you know we don't have to compare many things, we don't have to copy many times. Okay. You see that the condition of while if is never true and we almost run it n time. Of course, if it is unsorted, no faster than purpose sort. Okay, some remarks. Yeah, to finish this one, try to tell me what is the solution. In the insertion sort, partially sorted mean what is the answer? Yeah, that is D. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that is D. Okay. So just to finish this section, of course, we can do the same thing with the sorting objects. Okay. Now, just to finish this one, to sort an object, what we can do is just almost the same. Instead of just comparing, now instead of just A something, we can do get last, compare to, and get something. Okay. So you see that the algorithms can apply for any kind of array of any kind of data as long as we have the comparison between items. Okay, that is the thing. Yep. Okay, and this is the thing that I will tell you that this one. This is the secondary sort field. The question is that if I have the sorting problem, maybe the homework, the thing that you have to think about at home. So if I have many items, but let's say I have I want to sort the student in IU by 2 criteria. The first one is by GPA. Okay, if they have the same GPA, then I will sort them by the the day of birth. Okay, that's what we call the secondary sort field. This means we want to sort the data with multiple criteria. Now think about that, and next time tell me how can we do the sorting like that. Okay, is it clear, everyone? How we can sort an item, an array with multiple criteria when we work with objects. Okay, otherwise that's it for this section. I hope that you get some new knowledge. Okay, and if you have any other question, please ask me now. Okay, otherwise that's it for today. Any other question, everyone? Yeah, that's it. Thank you for your feedback, Quyền. Yeah, I strongly recommend you to participate or like try to communicate with me through chat and interaction. That will help me to know your progress in general. I appreciate your participation, yeah, especially the one that very active in class. Thank you very, very much for that. Otherwise, goodbye. See you next time. Okay.